Hi everybody, this is Tanya Ortiz with the Facebook page HCG with Tanya Ortiz. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that. And I said I would be very transparent with the diet that I'm on, the HCG diet. So I had to go out of town for, I got called by my family to take care of my grandfather for about 5 days. And that's why I haven't done any videos. But I must say that I stayed on point. I was at the hospital. I'd eat boiled eggs for my, 1 boiled egg and 3 egg whites for my protein. I took with me, the fruits, the vegetables, everything that I needed. I am so amazed because I started, let me see, March 8th, I had to load. So it was load, eat all, you just gorge yourself. March 8th, March 9th, 500 calories with the drops started March 10th. From March 10th to March 20th, in 10 days, I went down from 169 to 157. Woohoo! So, I trust the process. I remember the first week, it was like a huge, the weight loss was big. Sometimes it would be like 2 pounds in a day. I did stall 2 days where the scale did not move, but I'm still not discouraged because I do trust the process. I do trust that the diet works as well as the drops. To be on a 500 calorie diet and not to feel hunger is freaking amazing. Like it's 10 o'clock at night and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even eat my orange. I didn't even eat my orange. Like I was supposed to eat my orange. I didn't eat my orange. And it's amazing that you would think somebody on, and I'm busy. Don't think I'm just sitting around not burning up calories. No, I stay, anybody who knows me knows what I do for a living. I stay busy and I'm not tired at all. And that's how I know that this absolutely works. There's one aspect of this diet I do want to talk about. And today I felt such at peace because I finally felt like I have control over my weight, control over what goes into my mouth. I used to be a raw food vegan, and I told you guys before, for anybody who didn't see it, I'm in here somewhere. It's not like I bookmarked the page. There you go. Bam. What was this? First for Health, and they did this big, giant article on me because I was a raw food vegan. I was pretty big in the raw food vegan world, and it was called the Enzyme Miracle, eating a raw food diet. And at that time it was good for me, but it wasn't a sustainable diet. I'm eating raw fruits and vegetables. It just wasn't sustainable. I did it for 2 years. I had classes. This is way before, this was in MySpace time. So if you go to MySpace, type my name in, you will see me, the raw food vegan Tanya Ortiz. But I taught classes in person because I didn't know about, YouTube was not big in my life back then. And I say all that to say is I finally, since my raw food days, is the only other time in my life where I feel like I just have control over my health. I'm eating super, super clean. You figure no oil. I'm down to, you are allowed 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, so I'm eating that. And just my 2 proteins, 2 fruits, and 2 vegetables. And I feel like I have control, like I'm getting my health back. I can tell that the arthritis that I had on my legs, and I'm only 41, I'll be 42 in a couple of months. I'm in a 3-story home, and sometimes going up and down the steps, it was kind of painful in my joints. And I knew it was from my diet. I knew that I should not, and bread affects everybody differently. Gluten affects people differently. Gluten for me is bad. It helps me retain weight, get fat, and it affects my joints. And I realized that today, going up and down the steps, I said, oh my goodness, I'm not in pain anymore. This is like freaking amazing. Nothing on me hurts anymore. I feel light. I feel energetic. I'm eating clean. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. I'm excited so they can weigh me and stop telling me, Miss Ortiz, you've gained more weight. Miss Ortiz, you've gained more weight. Now, because the doctor did not believe me. I said, hey, I'm going on this 500 calorie diet. And he's like, yeah, nobody can live on 500 calories. You're not going to last. So this will be interesting on Monday. I learned something new. Let me tell you guys about a recipe. how to make radishes taste like potatoes. Yes, crazy. I was on this HCG forum. These ladies were talking about radishes. Now I hate radishes. If I have a salad, you put a radish on there, I'll probably just slide it off because it doesn't taste good. But I tried the recipe anyway. What you do is you take radishes, the small radishes, the red radishes, and you boil it down. You boil it down until it's relatively soft. Then you slice them nice and thin. And I only use probably a teaspoon of coconut oil, salt, pepper, a little all-natural perfect salt seasoning that's just spices only. No, there's nothing, no MSG or anything crazy in the spices. And I just diced up a teaspoon of onions, because you got a teaspoon of onions, and a little bit of garlic, and just fried them up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I had them last night. It was so good. I had to go back to the store, get some more, and I had it again for breakfast. I was just like, oh, who would have known? It's amazing when people get on certain diets, the things that they can concoct. Who would have known that you could turn radishes into something that tastes like potatoes? I mean, and it is literally something that I know that I'll be eating, sort of like the celery soup. After these, on the 31st, that's when I'll start probably the phase 3, where you get to eat 1,500 calories a day. But I'll probably still eat the celery soup because it's healthy and it's good and it's nutritious. And I love, now that's instead of potatoes. Why do I need a potato? I can just fry up some radishes and it tastes just as good without the calories, without the high glycemic content. You know, it's delicious. So, you know, I'm learning along the way. And like I said, I'm learning that I'm in a very peaceful state in my life because now I have control over my weight. It's hard to be peaceful when you have an aspect out that's in your life that you feel like you don't have control over it. So that all comes into play. I know I'm in my room, but as you can see, it's nighttime. It's 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, you know what? I've been out of town. I have to do a video. I haven't done a video in 5 days. So I want you guys to know that everything's on point. I will be selling the Pure HCG drops, and I'll be selling that to you and releasing it to the public soon. I wanted to make sure, like I said, I was going to be very transparent, and I wanted to make sure that the drops worked, that the diet worked, before I just start selling something. But I have confidence in the diet. I have confidence in the drops, just because how I feel. It's just crazy. 500 calories and I'm not even starving. And I was supposed to eat my orange for the day. I didn't even eat my orange yet. That is just freaking amazing. And like I said, I don't have arthritis anymore. So I know even my health is getting better and better and better. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to do this diet until May 30th, May 29th. May 30th, May 30th is my birthday. May 31st, I'm going on a cruise for 7 days. Those 7 days, I'm not even going to sit here and say, oh, yes, I will stay in that. No, I'm not. I'm going to blow it all. I'll probably, I'm going to take some bottles of Moet with me on the cruise. I'm going to be eating crazy. Then I'm going to come back home. I'm going to have the drops. I'm going to come back home. And for 2 days, going to load. And then I'm going to do the process all over again. And I know my daughter said, well, Mom, why would you tell them that? And I said, because I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I'm not going to, do one thing over here and then say another. No, I'm going to be very transparent. And in that week, if I gain 10, 15, 20 pounds, I'm going to hop on the scale and say, hey, guys, look, I just been, stuffing my face for a week on this cruise and I'm right back to square one and we're going to do this all over again. I'm going to be transparent. I mean, that's the type of person I am. So if I'm going to sell you guys something, I want it to work for you just as well as it's working for me. But, I'm going to be transparent along the way. So I'm very happy with my weight loss. I will ask everybody, if you're going on an HCG diet, if you're going to buy the drops from me, do me a favor. I want you to read everything. All right. When I was in Virginia, I reached in my grandfather's refrigerator and I thought it was heavy cream. And I poured a teaspoon into my coffee. No. The next day, a girlfriend came over and the label was turned around and I saw it and it said evaporated milk. And I couldn't figure out why that day I had stalled. I'm like, you know, I didn't eat anything that I wasn't supposed to. I was on point. Why did I stall? And I said, oh my God, 3 grams of sugar. I wasn't supposed to eat any sugar. Okay, lesson learned. Read every single thing. Then yesterday, I popped 2 vitamins. I don't know if this caused me to stall, but it did. I stalled this morning. After I put the vitamins in my mouth, I'm like, come on, surely there's no sugar. Yes, there was. Why do they have to put sugar in vitamins? You're not chewing them up. It wasn't some gummy bears. But this was not chewables. This was just vitamins that you just take. I couldn't figure out why. So there you go. Read everything. I don't even think until the 31st I'm even going to take another vitamin. Like, you know, forget it. If I have to take sugar with the vitamins, and it wasn't even chewable, so I don't, and these were expensive vitamins. I was like, I'm done with the vitamins for now. I can live another 10 days with no vitamins, no biggie. So read everything. All right, so there you go in a nutshell. Like I said, I'm going to be very transparent. My highs and lows. So far, I'm up here. I haven't had too many lows. I did freak out at the hospital because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Please tell me that these people have some eggs or something that I could eat, and they did, so that's great. And I even found when I was coming from Virginia, I got hungry on the road, and if you go to like a lot of gas stations these days, in the refrigerated section, they'll even sell boiled eggs. So on the way up, it was too easy in the car to still have my 2 fruits and to eat. I think on the road I had my hard-boiled egg and 3 egg whites. So, I mean, this diet is not that hard. Your grocery bill is going to be a lot lower. And I just feel absolutely great. I haven't felt this way since probably my raw food days. And this is something that I think that is very sustainable, a low-carb diet and you know, long-term. So there you go. That's all for now. I am going to ask that, and I do have to mention this because people are used to watching my videos, and usually I talk about my home business. I wasn't going to do it on my HCG videos, and I had people say, are you still in that business? Yes. That's the reason I was able to go to Virginia, take care of my grandfather for 5 days, not have to worry about money, not have to call in and ask somebody if I can have the time off, because I do work from home. Work from home, I utilize Amazon and eBay. And if you want to know how you do it, just go to todaygetpaid.com. Now, I say all that to say that it didn't hit me until I was down there. My grandfather is 92 years old. I don't expect him to live, you know, a whole lot more years. But it was a blessing to be able to get a phone call and say, hey, we all have to work this week. Is there any way you can hit the road, come down, take care of your grandfather? And I was able to do it. And once I was down there, I'm looking at my checking account. Money's still coming in the bank. My business was on autopilot. I was able in the evening to make phone calls. And it was like, wow, you know, I am so blessed to be in this position that I could spend these 5 cherished days with my 92-year-old grandfather and help him while he's in rehab, and to take care of his house and to clean stuff up at his house, and to still have money coming in. And that's what a true home business is. I didn't have to do meetings. I wasn't chasing my friends and family when I was down there. My business was on autopilot, and I had money coming in, and I was able to make phone calls, you know, in the evening, and everything was great. So again, just go to www.todaygetpaid.com. It does cost money as a business. It's not free. It's $20. So once you join, I am going to ask that you pick up the phone and call me. Say, hey, Tanya, I'm in this business with you. Let's partner up. And I'll be personally working with you. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I also want you to share it on your YouTube page. All right, so take care. Don't forget, make sure you go to my Facebook page. It's HCG with Tanya Ortiz, okay? HCG with Tanya Ortiz. Take care. God bless. Goodbye.